You're on.
Hey, hi everybody. Welcome to Facebook Live. As Evie moves the table once again.
Don't do it anymore.
Welcome. It is episode 53 of Boredom Busters, Facebook Live, and we are here in our studios, and we'll be joined by Bill Meador here from Meador Insurance in just a few minutes. He's going to be jumping on the line and talking with us a little bit about his insurance agency and what's going on and how he's getting through the pandemic right now at this time. Talking a little bit about national agents versus local agents and what's better, and kind of just trying to get an idea of in these times how people can go about doing business with an insurance agent when we're not really supposed to come face to face with people. So Bill will be joining us in just a little bit to talk about that, and then we'll of course go through our favorite part of the show, which is Yankee numbers. We'll do that, but first let's talk a little bit about our new issue. Evie, tell us a little bit about the new issue. Is the new issue out? Putting you on the spot.
The May one. The May one?
The May one, yes. Both. Tell us about the both.
The kids one is out because it's out every Thursday.
There you go.
The May one is also out, but no, not yet. Only online.
It's only online, right? Exactly.
It's not delivered yet.
No, it's not delivered yet. We're getting it in soon, and we're going to be delivering it out. What can people do to get the
email Josh at virginiafamily.com and say that you want an image.
An image?
A magazine mailed to your house, and then you text them your address.
Yes, or there's actually a link on our Facebook page.
Or that.
You can just go on the Facebook page.
Dad, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Okay, well, there is a link on our Facebook page, and you can sign up to get the magazine delivered to you right to your door. We're experiencing a little bit of delay because the printer has unfortunately a little bit short-handed with their staff, so we're a little bit behind in terms of getting the magazine.
I'm sorry.
But we're going to be getting the magazine here very shortly, and when we do, we'll send it out to you free of charge, courtesy of our advertisers who are supporting obviously the magazine during these times. And so check it out right on Facebook. You can sign up for a free copy, free delivery of Roanoke Valley Family Magazine, and that'll be sent out to you very shortly. In the meantime, you can also get it online at issue.com/growingupinthevalley or at our website, roanoke.family. And on our website, you can also get a copy of
Kids magazine.
Roanoke
Valley Kids.
Roanoke Valley Kids and Roanoke Valley Kids.
I did not say kids right.
Yeah, Roanoke Valley Kids Magazine is available right online, and you can do that. So hold on one second for me, guys. Let me just get this squared away here. Our guest is having a little bit of trouble getting in. There we go. All right, we're back. Anyway, if you head over to Roanoke Valley or Roanoke.family, you'll see our two magazines, Roanoke Valley Family and Roanoke Valley Kids. And you can click on Kids. It's a downloadable PDF file so that you can only print the pages that you want to print, such as the crossword or the word search or the Mill Mountain Zoo animal activity. When you do that, you can just print it out, do the activities. There's a couple crafts inside as well. And this issue also features all of the Roanoke Valley Family favorites that you voted on, our readers. And those are available in there as well as in the May issue for the parents as well. So you can check them out in both locations. Pretty cool. Let's see what else. Evie, talk about something for a little bit. Talk about school. How's school going?
Oh, it's going great.
Ooh, look, there's a glueless printable dinosaur.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
It's just on your Facebook feed.
Okay.
From
We're going to be doing a Mother's Day craft. Tell them a little bit about the Mother's Day craft that we'll be doing tomorrow.
It's gonna be like one of those flowers that's like.
Did you like our own video by accident?
Did I like our own video by accident?
Yes.
I don't think I did. No.
Okay, then I unliked it, I guess.
This is gonna be the Mother's Day craft.
How about school? How's school going?
It's
going
great. Made out of like a paper towel roll.
Okay.
And I don't know if I think it's green paper wrapped around it, but we could also just do green paint. And then you take a bunch of colorful tissue paper and you put a bunch of glue on it and you make it you make it flowery.
Hyacinths, right?
Yeah, it's going to be hyacinths. That's what we'll be doing tomorrow. That's not that flower.
Oh, hyacinths. And then you can put them in a bouquet.
What are they made of? Tissue paper?
Yeah.
Yes, tissue paper. You'll need a toilet
Tissue
paper
paper,
roll
toilet paper
or
roll.
I have
or
hyacinths in Animal Crossing, which I'm going to be playing with Stephanie, Jacob Martin, and Emma tomorrow.
That's
really?
great.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
those are really pretty.
yeah, but and then you can like put them in a bouquet, and then you can put them in a pot and give them to your mom,
Okay.
or you
all
can
right.
just
You,
give them to your
Mumsy.
mom. Or you can give it a try making to your mom.
Yeah, that's what Trey says in the episode of Barbie.
Yep.
He goes, "For you, Mumsy," and he gives the picture.
Which I have an exact replica in my room.
Wow. Yes, because your sister painted it for you.
Yep. That's
How-
something
how
that
nice.
everybody needs in their room.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you need that kind of artwork, that
Yeah.
fancy artwork.
Yeah, the
In your
badly
room.
drawn.
Yeah. So let's have we do Yankee numbers first because it looks like we're having a
He's not.
little bit of technical difficulties here with
He's been
with
emailing
getting-
him.
with
Isn't
getting-
it something Cox?
what?
Jared Cox, the baseball player. Cox.
Amy looked it up.
Oh, number
No, I
53.
didn't. On, you weren't supposed to say.
I
The
don't
one
know.
all-star that I saw was a guy named something Cox.
I'm gonna go out of the room again, and then I'm gonna
Wow.
rejoin the room. What?
Hyacinths are so pretty.
So we are boring our audience to death
Sorry,
right now.
guys. It's
Why?
not our fault. It's this guy who doesn't show up.
Well, Bill must be having some technical. I've almost typed Bill's name in. Bill's having some technical difficulties, I guess here.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
know.
my goodness.
Don't
gotta
know
be
where
like one of those-
exactly.
How would you feel if he was there, but since he left?
No, there's Bill. There's Bill. We got him. Hold on, Bill. We just got to switch audio now. Hold on.
Wait, Dad, I
What?
don't know.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Bill?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yep. Just 1 second. I got to we got to flip a switch here so the audio plays correctly. All right, and we are good to go. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How about yourself?
We're hanging in there, I guess. I mean, pandemic and all. I guess it's not too bad, but all things considered. Are you working from home these days?
We are, well, a little bit of both. I'm kind of spending time between the office and the house, but with two little kids, as you probably know, it's difficult to get a little work done at some times. So the office has
absolutely.
become my safe haven these days. So
Absolutely. Yeah, it becomes if you don't work from home normally, it kind of becomes a little bit more difficult to adjust. I think in getting used to dealing with the outside interference of kids and significant others and things like that. So,
yep, I understand. Absolutely. So, are we live right now?
we are live right now. You are absolutely live right now. So, and we're just kind of vamping here for a few more minutes. Well, for a few seconds until until everything's good. But whenever we're getting right into it and checking to see how your business is doing, how people can take get work with you, and how people can get more information on your services. So let's kick it off. So how's the pandemic affected your business and such? I mean, I know people still have to have insurance, right? So I mean, that's a good thing. You're kind of in a recession-proof industry, I think.
Yeah, and I can say we're blessed in that aspect. We're in an industry that, like you said, everybody has to have insurance, and so just because the virus is going on, I know a lot of people are struggling out there. It's still a requirement, to have car insurance if you own a car and
Yep.
have home insurance if you own a home. And so, if anything else, it's really in this day and age and these times we're having, it's really starting to make people second guess their insurance needs. And when you talk to the average person in terms of, where can I save money?
Yep.
Insurance is always one of the top three things that people think about, honestly, when it comes to saving money. And so, that's really helped boost our business, if nothing else, because, we're getting more and more calls of people that, hey, it's been a few years since I've had somebody take a look at my auto insurance or my home insurance. Can you just give me a review? And, that's what we work off of. And, it's insurance quotes are free, so it's not like people have to pay to get a quote. And I always tell people the worst thing I can tell you is you've got a great rate. You've got great coverage. You need to stay put. But,
Yeah, and so with that, so that people haven't, a lot of people, that's kind of out of sight, out of mind. They have insurance, they put it off on the back burner. So you mentioned, people haven't maybe gotten quote 2 or 3 years. So how's the process now? I mean, for getting a quote. I mean, what's especially in these times, what's the process like for you guys to provide a quote? Like if I was to call up and say, hey, I need a quote, how would that work for people?
Yeah, and it's the way technology is these days, it is super easy. And I actually have a video out right now on my Facebook page under the Bill Meador Insurance Agency that's circulating around, just going over how easy it is to get a quote these days. Because with technology, really all we need to give somebody a quote is the names of all the drivers, their date of births, the year, makes, and models of their vehicles, and their home address. And that's it. Because it used to be, and I think people, still have this misconception out there where in order to get a quote, you've got to go home and dig up all your old policies that, in a file somewhere that you may or may not have held on to. And you've got to read us off, all your VIN numbers of the vehicle. And it's just not the case anymore. The way that our systems work, as soon as I put in somebody's name, address, and date of birth, our systems sync in with the DMV records to let us know which vehicles are registered in your household.
Gotcha.
So I no longer have to bother people to get VIN numbers, to get driver's license numbers. It's super easy. And we do a lot of business right here on Facebook, to be honest with you.
Wow.
A lot of people will send us a Facebook message, and it's simple. In this day and age, people might not necessarily want to talk on the phone, but they're more likely to send a text message or to send a Facebook message. And, we can do a quote from start to finish right here on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or what have you. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think with technology, it's you don't think of insurance as a technology rich industry, but you mentioned a couple things that really makes it easier for people, like the just the registrations. I mean, you don't need the VIN numbers. You can have access to it. People can access quotes through Facebook or through text, which is I know we've actually sold advertising through Facebook and through text messages. It's a whole different world now where the communication, people want that type of communication more than they even want a phone call or even an in-person, face-to-face meeting in some cases.
And that's so weird, because when I first got into the business back in 2005, and only up until recently, I personally felt that it was a little bit unprofessional to send somebody a text message in order to get information and try to sell a policy. And what I've slowly come to realize over these past few years, it's really and truly almost the preferred method of communication for a lot of people. Somebody might not pick up the phone when you call them and leave them a voicemail, but if you send them a text message, they're more than likely going to text you right back. So
that's very true.
How everything has evolved.
Yeah, it's crazy because I remember when text messaging first became prevalent. I don't even know what year it was, but it was something where you didn't want to text people. It was kind of you didn't know how many texts they had on their plan or whatever it may be. And now it's come to the point where people respond to that more than they do, like you said, more than the actual calls. People don't pick up their phone anymore because people with all the scammers and different robots calling. Right. Half the time it's not even a real person.
Exactly. And I can definitely relate to that. It seems like a couple of those calls per day these days with the robocallers. So,
Yeah, it's
but yeah.
kind of crazy, kind of crazy. So one thing I guess that makes you different too. I mean, when people, the people obviously it's easier for people to get a quote and whatnot, but for you, you're actually an independent, independent agent, right? As opposed to a large, you're not locked into one thing there. So tell us a little bit about what makes you guys a little bit different and how you run your business.
Yeah, sure. So, like you said, we're an independent agency, and in other words, we are a broker of insurance, right? So, if you call our agency, we can take your information down, and then we can actually shop your rates around between the 5 or 6 different companies that we represent, versus you picking up the phone and having to call Allstate, and then picking up the phone and calling Nationwide, and then Geico and State Farm. So we like to consider ourselves a one-stop shop, really and truly, because we can take your info and do the shopping for you, and make sure we tell everybody that our goal is, of course, we're going to try to save you money, right? Because everybody, that they always look at the bottom
That's
line,
why they
bottom
come to you most of the time, right? Save.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So the goal for us is to not only save you money from what you're paying, but also just to review your insurance and make sure you've got the right amount of insurance coverage, because there's so many people out there who might have gone online to Geico or gone online to Progressive and purchased their insurance. And if you're the average consumer who knows nothing about insurance,
Sure.
what are you more than likely going to do? You're going to go through the list and click the cheapest options
Yep.
to get the cheapest price.
Yep.
And you'd be amazed at how many people are out there driving around with just the state minimum liability limits that are only covered up to $20,000 for property damage, that they cause in an accident. And
Sure.
you could go out there this evening and rear end a brand new Lexus or Cadillac and cause 75 grand just like that. And
Yeah.
it's putting people at such financial risk. And so the best part of my job is not only being able to save people money, but get their coverage where they need it to be and help them understand why that's important.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, emphasize that again. You can have you're searching 5 or 6 different companies that you can really look for the best option for them, whether it be the best combination of price and benefits. You have that option to really kind of take those different insurance companies and really look at what's best for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, and again, another thing from the olden days when I was first driving, you have to call up the Geico's, the Allstates. You have to call up each individual one and really kind of figure out and get make 10 phone calls just to find out which is the best option. And you can do that for them. And I'm sure it's much better than the Progressive Name Your Price tool as well, or not Name Your Price when they compare the quotes. They used to do that, but you're able to do that for them locally as a local business, and you can help them out.
We do. And another myth out there is it might be more expensive to use a local agent versus buying online. And that's just not the case at all. And like I said, being able to provide options for our clients, we can insure somebody that has the worst possible driving record that you can imagine, and we can insure someone that has the best driving record. So there's really nobody that we can turn down or have to turn down. So that's the beauty of being able to be an independent agent and being able to shop, different companies, because the different companies we represent, they each have their own specialty niche markets, right? That they cater to. So after that initial phone call, we can usually be able to point out what company is going to be the best fit for them. But we always do our due diligence and shop the rates around with all the companies to make sure that we're finding them the best pricing and the best coverage options available.
Awesome. So it's not just about car insurance too. So you guys offer a full array, I'm sure. So what kind of insurance can people kind of come to you for? I mean, besides the auto insurance, which they all should, but what else can they give you a call for?
Yeah, sure. So we do auto insurance, we do home insurance, business insurance. If you're a small business owner, contractor, restaurant owner, anything like that, we do a lot of business insurance. And another thing we do is life insurance. We actually do quite a bit of life insurance.
Okay.
Especially in this day and age, it's really, with life insurance, it's never a comfortable conversation to have with somebody, right?
Sure,
Because
yeah.
nobody wants to think about, hey, what's going to happen if my spouse passes away or if I pass away? And, with this virus going on, it's really got people thinking about that.
Absolutely.
And that's another great service that we offer, because we do both term and whole life insurance. And after talking to our clients, a lot of times we realize that they either don't have life insurance and it's something that they've just been delaying and procrastinating on for the past few years, or they might just have a policy through their job that might pay them 1 to 2 times what their salary is. And if you've got kids, if you've got a
Yeah.
mortgage, if you've got car payments, that's not nearly enough life insurance coverage.
Yeah.
And so that's another good part of our job. It's kind of like a feel good part of our job, to be able to say, hey, let's get you set up with a policy at your age and your health today while you're still young and healthy.
Yep.
And it's one of those sayings to set it and forget it, right? It's peace of mind. We're basically offering peace of mind to husband and wife to make sure their family is going to be taken care of. So
Yeah, absolutely. People don't realize exactly what is needed. Like you said, I mean, 1 or 2 times, that's what a job may provide for you. But I mean, what's that? $50,000 salary. Someone's going to get $100,000 maybe in benefits. But when you tack on mortgage, car payments, school, anything else that may be there, I mean, it's by far, it's not even close to enough. And I remember that was one of the first things we did when we had kids was go out and get life insurance, and because it wasn't something that we figured that our companies would provide for us that long term. It wasn't something that was going to work for us. So they get business insurance, home insurance, car insurance. I mean, you're basically a one-stop shop then for all their insurance needs. That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing, these times with the pandemic. I mean, what are you doing for your clients? I mean, obviously, office hours are limited, I'm sure. So how are you conducting business, and is there anything that you're doing special for your clients out there at this point?
Yeah. So we've definitely had to adapt. I mean, like I said, when we were talking, I'm working still here in the office. My employees are working remotely from home, and so we've definitely had to utilize new technology to keep business going. A lot of it is done electronically right now. We're fortunate to be able to have DocuSign capabilities and so on and so forth. The great thing about what the companies we represent are doing in relation to the pandemic, we represent, the companies that we represent are Erie Insurance, Progressive, Travelers, Allstate, National General, Homeowners America, just to give you an idea.
Yeah, big
But
names.
each one of these companies are offering some short-term relief to our clients, whether it be in the form of a credit of their monthly payments made in April and May, or whether it be reduced premiums at their renewal. So it's really cool to see each company really step up and be able to, give back to their clients and help them out, short term with relief. And then also say, hey, we're going to come out and reduce your premiums on your car insurance moving forward. So that's been really neat. What we're doing personally to try to give back, I don't know if you've seen this on Facebook or not, but we started a support your local restaurant campaign where we went out, and the idea is we purchase a couple gift cards from a local restaurant.
Okay.
We do a Facebook Live like we're doing here, and we do a drawing to give them away. And in order to enter the drawing, you have to share the video, you have to like it, and you have to comment on the video. And the idea is to give the restaurant and the restaurant owner as much exposure as possible, to drive business to them. And we've done it for about 10 different restaurants so far. It's something we're going to continue to do. But I know the restaurant owners appreciate it, especially when they're trying to get through these times until they can open back up. So that's been another, cool thing that we've been doing and participating in. So.
Yeah, that's really important. I mean, we talked about that a couple of days ago with someone else about the restaurants and how, it's really difficult for them. I mean, they have this new world where they can only really do takeout at this point. They can only do curbside, and they don't, from a staffing perspective, they might not need their entire staff, and they have to basically recreate their business model. And it's hard to survive on 25% of what you're normally getting, or 10%, whatever that may be for them. And some restaurants aren't even set up that way. They focus mainly on that in-house dining, so they have to really revamp everything. So it's great to support local businesses. We've ordered takeout a couple times now, and we should probably be doing it more, quite honestly, because we used to do it all the time, and now we're kind of hunkered down more. But the businesses just, those restaurants are really in a tough spot. And we live in the Grandin Village, so we have a lot of great restaurants right around the corner to support. So it's good that everyone's doing that. I'm glad you're doing that. That's a great way to help businesses survive just a tiny little bit. Build a little recognition for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you one business that doesn't seem to be struggling right now is El Rodeo. They're on Brambleton. We went for try to pick up some takeout from them for Cinco de Mayo.
Oh boy.
And I think it was about a 45-minute wait outside. The line was actually wrapped around the restaurant. But that I didn't mind, because that's such a good thing to see. Yep. They're staying busy. They're doing what they can to survive these next few weeks until they can open back up. So every little bit helps, like you said, and we're just a small part of that. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it all helps out, and a little bit there could keep them floating just for another couple of days, another couple of weeks. And once we get back to normal, I'm sure everyone will probably go out and try to dine in those establishments. But until then, they're all struggling just a little bit. So we've done that with Grace's right down the street, Grace's Pizza. We've helped them. We've gone there a couple times recently. But anyway, so what makes you guys a little bit different when we're wrapping up here? I mean, obviously, you guys are a standout broker for insurance throughout the region. You've won a lot of awards. You won this year. We had added insurance agent. You won that for our family favorite award. So what stands out? What can you say? I mean, to tell people to come to you as their insurance choice here locally? What can you tell people about yourself and about the company that would entice them to come see you or call you, I guess, at this point?
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, I want to thank you for you putting together that contest and nominating us as a family favorite. One thing about us is we like to do things different than any other insurance company. We don't like to fall into the trap of doing what everybody else does. So whether that be doing video marketing, we like to do things a little bit unorthodox to get business and really catch people's attention. So we don't just sit back and wait for the phones to ring. We are definitely proactive in our approach. We really like to work with any type of client, whether it be, first-time home buyers, somebody that might have been with the company for 30 plus years and just never taken the time to have their insurance reviewed. Mm-hmm. So we like to make it fun. I still like to consider myself a younger agency in comparison to the other agencies here in town. And, we like to mix it up and try new things, really big into marketing, really big into really offering our local expertise and service that we can provide. We're really big on, if you see some of my videos, I always like to hashtag, me versus 1-800, because we really like to get past that conception where people are thinking that, hey, I need to call a 1-800 number. Sure. Or go online and I can find the best price, because that's just not true in this day and age. And it really helps to at least have or work with a broker that represents multiple companies versus just one company. I came from a company before I started my agency that we could only sell through one company, and if my rates weren't competitive or my coverage wasn't competitive, then guess what? I just had to turn down the business and refer it elsewhere. So it's such a huge advantage and nice luxury for our clients to have, to let us do the work for them and do something for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's that whole the cable mentality, when you're locked into, if you call up an 800 number or whatever, you got that one company, like you only have one cable company, but now we have satellite, we have streaming services. You guys are kind of that opportunity for people to get 5 or 6 quotes, look, work and have that personal touch to find what the right level of coverage is, the right pricing is, and you guys have that kind of right at your fingertips. So that's a great ringing endorsement just from that side of things to begin with, is that people can get you as a one-stop shop and not have to go chase down quotes, and you're going to look out what's best for them. And you're the expert, right? I mean, I if I came in, I wouldn't know what I need or what I'm looking for, but you can kind of direct those people to the right company and the right coverage.
Absolutely. I mean, we don't expect the general public to know anything about insurance, because chances are they don't. And we break everything down in layman's terms for them to truly understand and try to paint a picture of what they could potentially lose if they don't have the right type of insurance. So
the Cadillac example and the Lexus example definitely that you said before is pretty relevant. I mean, you're if you have $20,000 coverage, you hit a $100,000 Cadillac or Lexus, you're probably not going to cover your butt there.
Yeah, and then they'll come after you and your own personal assets. I mean, you never know. So it's all about the financial security and making sure you have the right coverage. And obviously price is a factor, and we try to give people the best of both worlds. So.
Excellent. So before we wrap up, so meadorinsurance.com and Facebook, just search for Bill Meador Insurance. Any other way to get in contact with you right now?
Yeah, honestly, go to my Facebook page. You can, like I said, send me a message right here on Facebook if you're interested in getting a quote.
Okay.
My website is meadorinsurance.com. You can also request an online quote.
Okay.
If you don't want to type it out or pick up the phone and call. And we're available, with text, of course. So multiple ways to get a hold of us.
Yeah, you gotta be a jack of all trades when it comes to communication. So what's the best number for them to give you a call as well? So when they're watching this video after the fact or whatnot, they can jot down the number. What's the best number for them to reach you at?
Yep. So it's 904-7833.
Okay. 904-7. Sorry.
Yeah, I already got it.
7833. Sorry.
You got it.
There you go. I was thinking of something else. My numbers got all confused there. So you got it for me? Okay. So meadorinsurance.com. Make sure you put that in the comments too. All right, everybody. If you're watching now live or later, if you need any type of insurance, check out Bill. Meadorinsurance.com, and he'll get you a good quote and the right coverage for you and your family. So thanks for joining us. Hope you and your family stay safe, and hope things get back to normal for everybody, including you, very soon here. We got our fingers crossed.
Yes, sir. Hope you guys are staying safe and healthy as well, and we'll catch up soon. Thanks again for doing this.
Thank you. You take care now.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye. All right, that was Bill Meador from Meador Insurance. Thanks to him explaining a little bit about his agency and what makes him so different. Before we go tonight, there you go. Yeah, I had lots of emails today, and Evie was fielding the questions. Who am I going to pick for number 53 for the best Yankee to amuse myself? And I guess, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of them that are pretty decent on here, but. There's Johnny Cucks, who played for the Yankees from 55 to 59. I don't know who he is, but he's the only All-Star that wore 55 or 53.
Austin Romine's on there.
Austin Romine wore 53 for a couple years. Then he switched. Bobby Abreu was a really good player for a few years. He wore 53. Zach Britton currently wears 53. I guess we'll go with Johnny Cucks. He was the only All-Star. So good job, Evie. Way to pick the number.
I totally didn't look it up.
All right. So tomorrow we'll be live. We'll be making a Mother's Day craft right here live on air. So all you last-minute crafters and shoppers for Mother's Day, we'll have something there for Mother's Day tomorrow. We'll put out kind of an ingredient list, so to speak, tomorrow afternoon, so you guys can make it along with us. And on Saturday, we'll be playing Mario Kart live right here on air. So, thanks so much to Bill Meador for jumping on the phone with us and on Facebook with us. We appreciate him stopping by and telling us a little bit about his agency and what he's doing during the pandemic. Thanks so much. We hope to see you again tomorrow for episode 54. Right here. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye.
Bye.